thing. And ladies and gentlemen, you thought we were going to be beyond the schedule. We're not. It's going to be OG.Seed versus Evil Geniuses, Game 1.
Woo!
And there you see it, the seeds already growing. What would happen if OG.Seed won this land, won the next land? Like, you can't just replace the other OG, but you are a seed sprouting, so what do you become? OG flower?
You become a sprout, then you become a plant, and then you flower.
Yeah, so like every time they win a land, it's like a
And they
Pokemon
move up a little
evolution.
bit, they change their team name.
Their logo's going to be like 4 times too long.
They can't even put it on. So it looks like it is going to Evil Geniuses with that first pick, OG.Seed on Radiant. Does any team favor Dire, actually? Or does every single team favor Radiant? At least here, I believe.
So as the noob in the
Radiant.
cast, why don't you guys explain to me why is everyone favoring Radiant so much? Is the map, is it just the jungle, or like what's the...
Blitz, I think you
What's
probably
the
better
advantage?
explain this.
I
mean, Roche is
unless
always
this
going
is
to be
top
a big
secret.
Yeah, Roche is like
Roche
the
is always
one-word
gonna be a big
answer.
thing.
Yeah, that's
yeah, but it's also like mid laners. Anyways, when I play mid, I really like Radiant side.
Just harder to like gank.
It's not just that. It's if you think about like how the map looks or whatever, being able to like farm so close. If you have a Quelling Blade, you chop like 2 trees, and then all of a sudden
And you
you're
can
still
hit that
in,
camp down and to the right.
and you're still on XP range from the mid lane. So let's
Okay.
say like I'm playing Kunkka versus Huskar or something, which is a matchup we've seen. By the time like you soak level 3, you get 2 points of your W. You just go farm that. You're still getting XP, although you're not like getting as much gold. You're still getting a constant gold like income, and the XP disadvantage that you would naturally have is mitigated by the fact that like you're getting denied creeps plus you're getting like neutral creeps themselves.
And you can't do that with the Dire camp to the right because it's too
No,
far
it's
away
too far.
from the lane.
It's not nearly as easy too. Like it's super easy to stack this one as well, and also if you place one ward above, you can always see somebody come in to try to invade that area. Whereas it's a lot harder to keep that ward up on the Dire side, I think. Yeah.
related to this discussion. I see this brought up a lot. Different forums, Reddit, Radiant advantage. It's easier to play from left to right. Do you guys believe this thing? This is continually upvoted when people mention it. It's like, oh, well, there's also the inherent Radiant advantage in MOBAs because, it's easier to play that direction. Do any of you guys believe in that?
I do not personally.
I do not personally.
LD? I don't think it's. I mean, I think it's okay to say you do.
Maybe it's like
I do
Like a conspiracy? It's okay.
No,
at very high level Dota, yeah, of course. I don't think it
The
really makes a
players.
difference
Yeah,
for
yeah.
pros, but like for your average player, like I think it is a little more natural, and especially like little things like the mini map. Like it's in the bottom left. You're
True.
moving, up and to the right. Most people are right-handed, so like that outward up motion is a little more natural than bringing your arm back in.
yes.
Like,
And I think if
I actually think that is a legitimate thing for lower level players.
I could legitimately see it maybe even having an impact, like a slight impact for pros, but they would never acknowledge it. There's no way for them to know it has an impact, and they're always going to say, no, that's dumb. Like,
Yeah.
you hear that and it sounds dumb, it doesn't make sense, but it theoretically could even
When Dire
impact
was
it.
like super broken, back when Roche was like in the right side of the map and Dire had like a 55% win rate in pro games, like Radiant was still winning more in pubs.
Yeah.
Like
It's always been like that. It's
And
weird.
if you look at the Dota buff, Radiant has an advantage. Like, it's always had an advantage.
I think it's actually a parable. People just deep down, we're all good. We all love each other. We all want to be happy and safe together
Yes.
and live in a nice, wonderful universe where everyone's friends.
I could see like maybe a really small percentage of it mattering, but I feel like if you have so many games in Dota and you have like a pretty equal split, like if you're Topson with 12,000 games in Dota, it probably like becomes pretty second nature for you to move like either side. But I could see the argument that like if you don't play a ton of Dota and you just play like 2 games, you play some Radiant, it's like, oh, this is much easier to do, and you just get used to it then.
All right, but we got a draft
We do, and
some very standard picks, I would say. We've seen a lot of all these heroes at this event.
yeah, and especially on OG.Seed side, I myself haven't seen Peksu play anything but Chen or AA myself.
Yeah.
It might have been a series I missed, but those seem to be his heroes. And when I saw Chen ban, I'm like, they're just going to pick AA right, and they do.
OG.Seed really likes AA, and the Ember we've seen as the counter to the Void Spirit. Like every single time somebody's picked Void Spirit, Ember has been the follow-up answer that we've seen so far. Abed obviously plays a very good Ember. Arteezy can play it in a pinch too. I think that OG.Seed though is like they're sort of following in. I know people make a lot of it, but I think they follow in the footsteps or like the philosophy of OG as a team. Always pick useful heroes that can fight.
Yeah.
Be able to fight at all parts of the game. Don't pick these like TAs and these like lane winners. Like you don't really see them pick like these straight up lane winner mids or whatever. It's always like pick a hero that is useful at all times. That can get stuff done.
That seemed to be Cloud9's undoing because they were picking TAs,
Yes.
they were picking Terrorblades, they were picking these heroes that don't
like-
want to go fight.
Yeah, it's like you're just slowing down the overall pace of your game. Like everyone always talks about it. Like if you talk to Dota players right now, their great tragedy and like something that's actually like really funny is that they'll never be able to challenge like the real OG ever again. Even if they win this one, like the old lineup was the one that everybody still wants to play
Can't beat
against.
them.
Exactly. It's actually so brilliant. It's like they'll always go out on top
Well,
and the legend just continues
You
to
make a
spread.
new roster and you win back-to-back TIs yourself. And
Yeah.
then it's like, well, what essentially, I mean, I think it's harder to win TI every single year. So the next team to win back-to-back TIs, in my book, is overtakes
better.
OG.
Yeah, but that's going to be
They
pretty
may
tough.
not have, it's going to be pretty
a
tough.
little bit tough.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you gotta wait at least 2 years as well.
I mean, OG had
Yeah.
the best story and narrative behind it, you know,
Yeah.
with all the roster changes, the dramas there,
But
going
it-
through open qualifiers.
But it is a big brain play, right? Because,
is.
like, you know, no one can really criticize OG if they lose. Because, like, well, they have a new roster. You know, the old magic is gone. Like, you know, it doesn't say anything about Notel or Thompson.
Yeah.
For sure. But at
It's
least
the
like,
three new guys' fault.
as long as Thompson is playing at a top level, people always continue to like try to emulate for the most part. That's why we see a lot of teams get away from that meta of just like straight counter picking, like 22 counter pick mid or whatever, which is what the meta was like 2 years ago. Just like always get a better mid matchup.
See some. I will say though, I actually turned on the stream for an hour last night. I was watching a pub. It was Thompson and mid one, and they were playing against a carry player named as Dota the 2 in NA, and they got dumpstered.
Was this
So,
was
you
this
know?
the game? Was Thompson Ursa in this game?
I believe so. Yes, that was. The
I
one.
was watching
Where-
the other
yeah.
his team side, and I
Yeah.
think the NA pubs are getting to Thompson.
Yeah.
Like he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's like, do not attack the Wraith King.
And then they just do.
And then the
just
team
stand-
goes
yeah,
after the
yeah.
Wraith King, and he just
Yeah.
started like running down the
It was
lanes and
funny.
dying.
This is how you make Europe as a region work.
This is
you
yeah.
run
Bring 'em in.
North American events, you force them to play NA pubs, and then suddenly skill parity is going to exist because they're going to get worse at
Well,
Dota.
and then you know, to take it to the next level, you cancel all the flights. They're trapped here.
done.
They have to
OG's
play
done.
NA pubs,
You're
baby.
done, son.
You're going down, OG.
NA Dota lives on.
We got you right
We
where we.
got him.
Dude, Chaos
Yeah.
and EG, they're used to this shit.
They know that they're ready to just be miserable for 12 hours.
We
a
were
day.
formed in the darkness.
Yeah.
Made stronger by it.
And okay, a Pango. All right, I believe Zibe plays it 4 mostly, right? I don't think I've seen him play the 4
lot
role.
of Pango,
I thought so.
but probably Z-Freak
Z-Freak
could play
plays it. He definitely
Okay.
plays it too. Yeah.
What do you guys make of Void Spirit? This hero's been losing a lot. I was checking some numbers. 38% win rate. It's one of the most picked heroes
Really? And pro games?
at this tournament.
Oh wow.
I mean,
In like 14 games, 15 games or something.
this hero I think is still really, really strong in the right circumstances, because it has a mechanic that like can't really be replicated by anybody else. If you Yules and you Aether Remnant close enough, you can't be KB out of it, no matter what, which is pretty unique, right? Like for example, if you get Chronosphered, and just like for people that don't know, if you get Chronosphered and your teammate SD disrupts you, and then you rage or BKB, you'll always get it off. So you'll be chronoed like but BKB'd. So there's almost every mechanic exists where you can BKB out of something, whereas like you can't do anything about it. So you get an instant initiation.
Does Jakiro also have the
With the ice
Similar?
path.
Good
you
question.
want-
It might be Jakiro's. I know
I
it's like really limited and
comparing Jakiro to Void Spirit's like?
yeah. we try like all these random interactions.
Yeah.
My teammates are nerds, so they'll just like fiddle around and they're like,
Demo
Void
mode.
Spirit is broken because you literally can't do anything against the remnant.
And he just does a lot of damage. Even in that EE game when he went the Blade Mill, he was still the highest damage on his team. Like, your skills just do a lot of friggin' damage without items even. It is a crazy hero. What do we got? We got a Doom. Okay.
So-
Pretty greedy.
I assume, Pango Doom is probably the 3-4, but yeah, that's...
Who knows which way. That's greedy. That was a lot greedier than they've been playing, I feel like.
You think we're gonna see a Blade Mail Void Spirit?
That Doom's a block pick too, right? It's
I was
EG.
just looking at
yeah.
that, yeah. And it's a Grimstroke.
Yeah, Ramses loves it. It's a Grimstroke.
So who are other good Grimstroke buddies
Off
here?
lane, that's a good question. For the offlaner, there really isn't that many,
Legion?
actually.
You could do Bat.
It's banned.
Oh, okay.
They may just
First
want
phase.
they may just want to pick some normal offlaner that doesn't combo with Grimstroke.
Yeah, that feels like a trap. Worrying too much about
Yeah, the thing.
the
get
combo.
some like Abaddon or
Could do
Centaur.
Bloodseeker or something.
It's
It's
banned.
banned too. Oh.
That's the.
Oh no, everything's been. That
Everything.
usually tells me then that's a core Pango, or most likely to be.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
protecting it.
Yeah, they are thinking they're using a ton of their time on this 4th pick here.
Bulb is being stumped.
Yes, get him.
Well, they have been first picking the Grim, and I feel like this Rubik pick early, obviously EG can play Rubik well, but it almost
Wraith
feels
King
like
or
they just
something?
didn't want Z-Freak to get it.
All right, I called that before.
He did not.
on the
He
screen?
did
No,
not.
I promise.
Okay, how big of a promise?
I think you heard the noise
No,
before the hero materialized well.
Lip
right.
reading Bulba.
Can we get an instant replay on that?
So I think. Well, I was gonna say I think it's Wraith King because if you look like Ice Blast doesn't do anything against the hero. He doesn't care about Doom at all. Pango, like in the timer or whatever that it takes, it's also kind of annoying. And Void Spirit also doesn't burst this hero down. The only thing is the hero's really bad at laning because you have such bad armor.
Yeah.
So it's really easily exploitable.
Are we seeing the triple ring start that we've seen before from Arteezy?
Has he
Wraith
done that?
King.
He's done a double ring of protection, and then he flew another one out. I think
I see.
Envy did it as well, and then it fell off literally
I
after
mean,
2
Envy
games.
did like
but
4 gloves of haste or something, right?
yes.
Has Ortiz been buying Headdress every game like he does in his pubs?
I actually have not been paying attention, but that is his thing.
That is the new carry thing. It's
Yeah.
just buying headdress.
Nikkei does
game.
that every game. I don't think OG.Seed's carry does it because they were asking us about it on the couch yesterday.
Madara?
Yeah, I'm
No, I
not
don't
sure.
think so.
Remember Chessie seeing Envy buying like a mid-game Bassi and being like, what the hell? What's this
Like
Bassi for?"
21 minutes?
On Monkey King, yeah.
yeah,
It was less
what?
about the fact he bought it, but it was more he bought on a hero that like didn't
Yeah.
seem to
Dude,
make
there were a
sense
lot of questions to Envy at this
Yeah.
event. I saw Ice ask him why the hell he went Necro 1 on Spectre.
what was
and
the reply?
Envy was like, that's just my thing, dude. That's how I
Apparently
farm.
Sumail has been doing that
Yeah,
too.
Sumail's
in
been doing
pubs. I don't know, what the situations were. but-
They were flabbergasted. Let me say, Ice was like, what was that?
Yeah, it didn't work out, so I don't think we're going to be seeing that too much anymore. Ever.
But I think Wraith King pairs pretty nicely with Grimstroke in lane. Like, you cover up for a lot. A double stun is never bad. And I think you need a tower hitter / Roach taker when you have Ember Spirit on your team. Like, traditionally, this hero has, like, one weakness, and it's that you can't hit towers, and you can't really take objectives in general.
Mhm.
Like, you are the fight starter. Like, this hero is broken when it's really good because you have a free way of initiating without ever committing. You're like Storm, but better.
Last band's coming out. There goes the Centaur. So what are we
Will
looking
silently
for?
lobbying for Storm,
I saw
buffs
these
here on the
guys
couch.
first 2 Storm, and they got dumpstered by Fnatic yesterday.
Look at this.
Oh, that's a good Meepo ban.
EG banning the Meepo.
Yeah, Chessie loves the hero as well, and it is great against Ember. Wraith King does nothing against Meepo,
Blows up the supports.
and it is that 22 pick where you don't even get a chance to counter it at all.
Oh, my. First one this tournament, right?
Man, this is a pretty forgotten hero, I want to say. He was so popular back at the first major,
yeah, the
with
first
the
major.
Ags rush. Like, he was like the premier safe lane
Yeah.
carry at that event.
It's a pretty sick Night Stalker game. The silence is really good against Pango, Void Spirit, who both have these escape spells. So if you get on top of them with the silence, it can be really nice.
I could see OG.Seed pick something like, I don't know, Sven or something that you just run in and you don't really care about the
Ted.
tankiness.
Yeah.
Some beefy
So
BKB carry.
This is a Ramsey's Night Stalker, right? Like, what's the
Yes.
do you still go for the Ags, or is it just like more like utility items like Vlads and Solar Crest type things?
I think it depends on how good your laning phase goes. Like, if his laning phase is excellent, I could see him go like Medallion and Aghanims or something.
Mhm.
But if he needs to fight, I could also see like Vlad's and a Solar Crest.
He also likes pipe a lot.
Whoa! Okay. Well,
Spectre.
you saw this yesterday. Last overall Spectre, though. One word, or just give me the team name. Who do you think has the better draft without looking over too much?
Evil Seed.
Okay. Blitz.
EG?
LD.
Grant.
Thank you very much. We do need to let these players, they're thinking, they're like, who do I share tangos with? Who do I do this with? Let's give them a minute. Let's let them share their tangos. And we're back. It's going to be game number 1 of OG.Seed versus EG. And look at that, right into the game we go. OG.Seed get ahead to their lanes. Already some quick tips coming out. And yeah.
I was gonna say you guys could, since OG's here, we could at least replicate some of the group stage. Chaos is in America too. You guys could just fly them over, and we could have like that mini Group B or whatever.
Yeah, just play out Group B.
Oh yeah, Geek Fam's here too, right?
Yeah, we could actually just play out that one group.
Yeah, we have Geek Fam here.
Oh, because Geek
boot
Fam was the
camping.
final Group B team.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw
Holy
Cougar,
shit.
you made a message on Twitter, and Cougar responded to. He's like, "We come," and I was like, "All right, yeah, we got Group B
Dude,
here."
we could. So OG is about 40 minutes away.
Yeah,
we could
they're-
actually just call
they're
over the
nearby.
homies and run Group B runs.
Yeah. ESL will do it for you. Don't worry, we got your back.
We got it.
That's actually so
I mean,
funny.
it's what the people want, you know.
You know.
Okay, there's yeah, like good half the teams nearby.
Yeah, we
A Droid's in LA, IG's in Mexico, you know.
Mexico. IG's been. I feel really bad. IG's been stuck in a foreign country for 2 weeks with the hopes of getting in here, and now they're just like, see
Yeah.
ya.
Bye.
And then some of these teams like a Droid and Geek Fam, they're not regulars at majors. You know, they were coming to
This is
LA
it,
early,
yeah.
boot camping, and unfortunately, obviously, not going to get a chance to play yet. Postponed.
No.
But here we go.
Or
We've got
maybe
time
they will.
anyways.
Maybe they will. But in the meanwhile,
Yes.
Luke Bet, Dota Summit 12 action coming in. Hot and heavy. Madar is going for this rune. Will he be able to get it? Brings in the reinforcements as Chessie arrives, and Ramses will cower and walk away.
I will say I really liked OG.Seed's lineup until maybe the Spectre. I am kind of worried that EG's picked a pretty greedy lineup, but I feel like you just did the same thing by picking the Spec.
If they win this game, though, Spectre is,
On the run, 100%.
becoming one of the hot heroes of the tournament. That would be back-to-back wins.
Isn't that when you want to pick Spectre? Your opponents have a greedy lineup, and then you pick Spectre because you can, get away with it since they're not going to run at you.
I think now they'll run at you.
Okay.
With the Night Stalker, like it's not like the slowest hero, but it's just not the fastest hero. Like I could have seen something like maybe Razor, where you match up really nicely against the Wraith King. You always destroy him. Like you just drain his damage, and then you'll have that damage even when he respawns. You kill him.
Who wins this mid matchup, Will?
I think Ember Spirit does just fine. If not, like outright wins by like maybe 55-45. But because you have the right side camp to go to, maybe it's okay for Void Spirit. I'd have to see.
Might be a kill.
Ooh, a lot of damage. Has to keep it on him, yeah.
Does he have boots, by the way? On
Yeah. Rubik does.
Oh, but
He has to be careful turning around and hit the creep, because you do get the extra range from the E. Not off cooldown, though.
see, this is the argument that the 5 players are making. Like, you have boots here, you can probably kill this Rubik for free. Which is why Jabs, we've seen Jabs start to go for it.
And the Hedress, you're not actually playing in the lane. You're chasing this hero pulling waves, so
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
not giving your carry this Hedress regen.
Jabs a genius for sure.
Does mean we saw, and we didn't talk about it, it is Z-Freak on that Pango with the Doom in the offlane. What, how does that change? Does it really change that much? Because it feels like, Z-Freak's reasonably greedy as well. Are they still just kind of going to get the same amount of farm, do you think? Or is there a reason you wanted this Doom on 3?
I think you need somebody to like roam and pressure map, and I think if you're gonna have like this like Doom versus NS matchup, like they're just trying to like slightly outgreed each other. It's really funny.
Yeah. And oh, Sentry, he did get it. He just needs to find it. He still has the creep wave, so he can pull either way.
For now, Spectre's getting free farm.
She is.
12 CS already. So
Yeah, and that's the best thing. As long as you know how to last hit under a tower, they're pulling your creep wave. You're not too upset with that.
Yeah. I will say something about EG's games. It feels like all the teams that I've seen them play against, everyone has a good laning phase for the most part. Like it's kind of unique to them. I feel like all 6 core heroes just kind of trade and chill.
I feel like that's always been EG's playstyle in a while, where they prioritize farming in lanes rather than playing aggressive, going for kills. Like they're this very, economy-driven team.
well, it's the mindset that, we'll just out-execute you and
Yeah,
play
for
more
sure.
stable mid-game Dota. So if it's, even or we're slightly ahead, then we'll win.
Pexu could be in a little bit of trouble here. Do we have a lift? Doesn't look like Crit wants to use any mana here. And he'll just hold it. Z-Freak, he's going to have to swashbuckle away. And Crit right on top of his head.
I don't know, man. It's a free farm Spectre. All their cores are farming on OG.Seed. Like, EG is too, but I'd be worried right now.
Yeah. This game, a lot of it will come down to when the mid-game fights, like you see those skirmishes. OG.Seed, you want to be really disciplined and you want to fight around your haunt at all times. when Spectre has a pretty good start like this, it's nice because by the time your first haunt timing comes in, you'll have like treads, you'll have a wand, you'll be able to fight. Like you'll have items that enable you to actually deal damage and maybe pick up kills. Whereas like a lot of these like level 6, level 7 Spectres by like 10 minutes, they've got like one Wraith Band, they maybe have a Soul Ring, so when they haunt it deals like 100 damage because you just dagger and hit them once.
Yeah, they've been spending all their money on regen.
Yeah, exactly. But
Just
now
to
that
stay in the lane.
you don't have to trade out like the regen war. If I install his items correctly, he already has Soul Ring.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
does.
rushed it.
So the hero's going to be in a really good spot. Like if you can go Soul Ring first without getting punished at all, you don't have to just spam out regen and you're not just like continuously buying salves, then you're in a really decent spot as a hero.
Yeah, Badger's game's looking really good right now. All 3 Radiant cores slightly ahead, but it is the EG game where 6 cores are farming. So
Yeah.
I know you said Spectre's greedy, but I feel like with this start, like he's going to contribute a lot more than Wraith King for like about 5 to 8 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, and
for sure.
especially right now. He's looking a little bit of trouble. One more right click, but dude, don't even need it. Infernal Blade plus the Scorched Earth. Bring him down. Now they're chasing Fly. This is going to be a double. Well played there by OG.Seed, just running at him.
Yeah.
Oof.
Again, the issue with Wraith King as a hero,
man.
just no armor, lucky shot, plus like one Infernal Blade hit, like, or even just a Scorched Earth, you're gonna die really fast.
That was a nice play by Chess. He just gets the Aether Remnant. 4 tower hits on the Ember, forced to use that flask.
nice move by Abed. He's going to snipe the bounty rune and get a bottle refill. He pushed the wave, planning that move out.
I've noticed Thompson does this a lot too, going for the enemy like bounty.
Yeah.
He never goes for his own.
Yeah, it's like resource deny.
Yeah.
And it's because you know that, right? Because they dove him top, you know one of them's not going for the rune, so it's still there.
Yeah.
Not wasting time. And they're going to try to initiate. There's going to be 3 heroes bottom. Fly just getting down here. They
Missed
will
the
miss the
Inkswell.
Inkswell, but looks to be able to get the kill. And, ooh, Crit might have gone down there if Peksu hit him, but ends up hitting a different hero.
That's a good rotation, just at nighttime.
He's out of mana.
Abed. He's in trouble, and Z-Freak's here. Will he make it? He will not. Chessy and Z-Freak get a kill, the old Complexity Demon. Well played rotation. You see 3 bottom, you know. You can just go middle. No one can really help him.
What build do you guys think Wraith King's gonna go? Because I think
was wondering,
if
too.
you go Radiant, you run into the classic problem of the best thing to do with Radiant is to farm more. Because
Yeah.
it's such a good farming item. Like it's enabling you to get like your 2nd or 3rd item really quickly.
I think you take the page out of one of the guys who was here, Kataro, and just hit him with the Armlet S&Y.
Yeah, I think so too. Like looking at this, if considering like everyone's getting such a good start on the side of OG.Seed, I think if you're Arteezy, you have to play this game a lot faster. Like look at how fast
Oh,
OG.Seed, Chessy, he's just invading already.
And he finds him. Well done, Chessy. He knows all the spots. And yeah, OG.Seed, the speed at which they're playing. Their Spectre's just sitting bottom,
It's
farming
nighttime.
the other four.
It's like,
yeah.
you know, I mean, first night is normally not that good for Night Stalker, but they're just running at them. What did EG do?
Yeah, it's scary. You see Abed, he's like, oh, I got to hit this tower. 2 hit him a freaking Ember Spear and hits it like twice for 10 damage.
And Chessy's looking like the second coming right now. Like he's
Yeah. Perfect Aether Remnant. Another one there.
I will say I really
dodged.
loved having him on the couch yesterday. He's very, like, you know, very confident and, like, straightforward in how he sees Dota.
love how unafraid though they seem like OG.Seed.
Yeah.
They're like, we should be the favorites here. We're the higher seed.
I mean, Peksu was even saying if they won the coin toss, he kind of wanted to pick EG.
Yeah, I saw him and his coach, like they're like, or manager, they were like hugging and like they seem happy about the draw.
Yeah, and judging from how they played this first 7 minutes, we see why.
Also, I have to ask you guys, you know, for those who missed the coin toss, Fnatic said we'll take the later slot,
Yeah.
not like we'll play this team. Does anyone believe that? Or I think they were.
I mean,
dodgy.
honestly, I could see it being a 50-50 kind of thing. Because it is, if it was single elim, definitely not. Because it's double elim, you know, maybe get that extra sleep.
Get your Z's in.
Dude, if Sunby started laughing, but he said it seriously, he's like, the later one. Oh, okay.
Because he specifically said, after he found out like the team choices, he specifically said, which one's later?
Yeah.
And he said, we'll take the later one.
And
I
sometimes
could see
it's
that.
a mental game.
Yeah, like Ice is a guy who would probably just tell him, like, yeah, I don't want to play at 9 a.m.
I want to sleep, coach.
Yeah. Don't care who we play, just no 9 a.m.
Yeah.
But you'll never know. Never know for
Never
sure.
know.
Nope.
Peksu. Still no boots, just running away from Abed. Abed chasing him down. No points in the bolas, though, so can't lock him down.
I do think they still would have probably chosen Liquid though. I think
If it was at
EG's,
9 a.m..
at least for the time, their reputation will still precede them.
For sure. I agree. Arteezy, he's already into the jungle, level 6 here. Saving that point in case he needs the ultimate. And yeah, we're going to see him doing a lot of this right now. There is nowhere for him to go really top. You see that lane pushed in. Fly, though, goes down to Z-Freak middle. They just dive him, trying to push out that wave.
Yeah.
And it's so hard versus a Void Spirit, right? He's just on top of you immediately.
Z-Freak has been excellent at this tournament. Like, beyond. I feel like he's kind of showing his, like, why we thought he had so much potential in the first place on this LAN.
It's like 2015 Z-Freak's back.
Yeah.
You know,
Like his Clockwork solo won them the game against us.
His Rubik with
Oh
the
my
insane
god,
play
his
against the
Rubik
Mars.
was so annoying.
Well, EG getting aggressive here, making a rotation on mid. They'd love to bring down Chessie. That's not an easy kill. He's going to dissimulate and head to the left. Drops down the Remnant. Good juke there by Ramses, but Chessie's still full HP. This is giving the team a lot of time to arrive. I don't think you can dive for this.
Yeah, this is
And
scary.
EG will back away. Big waste of time.
It is. That is pretty much all three of your cores there, and he just played him. I mean, that's Void Spirit, right? You have so many ways to disengage. Z-Freak gonna try to jump. Abed's here.
He has the Arcane Rune, I believe, on Abed.
Yep.
Gets that first kill. Now diving for Peksu. This could be really big for EG. They're going to get a double on Abed. Bounty Runes and Outpost coming up real soon, but he's going to end
Oh,
up falling. Chessie gets the last hit.
He's got a double kill, and they're maybe
chasing
going to go
for
for
more.
a third hero.
They have Doom. Probably doesn't want to waste it on Fly here. Dagger will secure that. Now he can Doom the Night Stalker. Keep on chasing.
That's a pretty fast hero.
Oh, it's daytime. It
okay.
just turned daytime. He's
Calculated.
going.
Let's get it.
If he gets one hit, he's dead.
Give
I'm
him that
pretty
big
sure.
blade.
Oh,
Oh, no. He's getting out of there.
Use the ice
Maybe
armor.
a courier instead. Bait him with the courier. Bait
he
him with
wants
the
to.
courier.
Give me the one hit on it.
Take that gold. Take it. Oh, he's going down.
That actually is really, really bad. That's really bad if you're OG
So
Seed.
I think EG also had both outposts during that time.
I believe
It
so.
looks like, yeah.
So
The experience.
kind of salvaged, I guess,
They could have just gone for one of the outposts and.
Oh, that
instead of chasing
hurts.
the tier 3 man.
Yeah, I mean, he was doomed too. I was really surprised he decided to do that, even
you're-
with like Knight running out.
Just 10-minute outposts. Those things give like no XP though.
Yeah, 150 each.
Yeah.
Could
It's
be
not-
worse.
Dude, supports care about that.
That's
Look-
true.
Dude, that's a
Click
big
the
deal,
A.
yeah.
Click the A. This man's level 4. You don't think he would have
He'd
benefited
be like
from a
five and a half, right?
Yeah.
Okay, middle lane. We're going to have more fights. Infernal Blade's going to drop. Abed, he was in a little bit of trouble, but now he's the one turning it around. Ink Swell won't end up stunning anyone. He might just fall here. They're chasing, but I think Zebe learned his lesson last time. We're not going to chase you anymore. So, a 1K lead still for OG.Seed here, even after that doom and death. And it is Peksu just trying to defend this tower.
no.
Oh, see ya. And he makes it out.
The boys are out.
So
oh,
he
is
is
gonna
queuing
wrap.
up Radiance.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe he does feel, maybe they honestly think they have a better late game, and he's like, well, you know what, I'll get a Radiance, and I will just farm a lot, and we will beat the Spectre late. Night Stalker does scale nicely, and there's Abed. Gonna get the find on Peksu. Tried to hide way behind that tier 1 wave. Cold Feet
frozen up.
frees him up. It's daytime. Ramses, you're slow, but Sleight of Fist bonus hero damage has been getting buffed for quite a while now.
Okay, Z-Freak is going to have to pop the ulti to get out.
Yeah, and he will. Is Rubik 6?
TP.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
He
on the
is.
hunt. They're looking to punish this.
See ya.
Yep, gets it, man. They
I don't
really
know.
want to kill him. Oh, my
There's no
goodness.
Doom.
He got this only swashbuckle, though.
Oh, he
Oh, he
misses.
missed.
I think he's dead.
Crit?
Let's see what he does. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Well, hey,
Oh,
but
he got
Ramsey's
Z-Freak.
got
All right.
Z-Freak. We're just, okay, there's just people diving literally everywhere on the map right now.
Space.
Behind tier 2s, yeah.
I mean, both teams are making kind of space for their carries, I guess. Spectre and Wraith King both off farming while that was happening.
They are delaying this AA level 6,
Yeah.
which is a pretty big deal when you've got Spectre, you've got Doom, Void Spirit, like so many easy kill combos there.
Yeah, gods.
Yeah,
I told you, man. Support lives matter. He would have been level 6 right now. He could have been throwing out an Ice Blast. That would have been 2 heroes dead.
Can we click the AA? How close to level 6 is he? Okay, now he, when he died, though, I don't think he was 100. Now, just now, he's 150 XP from it. So he was not 150 XP from level 6 before.
I'm just saying, all these things matter. It's a
Yeah,
psychological
they
thing, too.
I
Maybe
agree
he
with the
plays a little bit
psychological.
safer.
Yeah.
Maybe his team would have prioritized getting him
Yeah.
6 if he was closer. You know?
I just realized this AA Blast's going to be hard to hit. They have nothing to, like, just straight up
Yeah,
set
they
it
have
up.
like the
They
Void
actually-
Spirit
yeah,
queue.
That's about it. I just noticed.
They did
So
not
Peksu.
drop stuns.
Yeah, Peksu's going to need to definitely show up with his aim.
If Insania was on the couch, he would have said their lineup is inferior for that reason alone.
Stuns are always good.
EG don't have a ton of like stuns either, like instant cast stuns. They have like Rubik and I guess chains, but like Wraith King is dodgeable.
Yeah.
Grimstroke is certainly dodgeable. I don't know if you really count Night Stalker's Void.
Nah. Do you? I'll let you decide. Well, you can decide for all of Dota and the community. Does Void count as a stun?
Like a stun? Like, I'm happy to see that on my team.
Yes or
stun.
no?
Chessie
No.
on the hunt here. I think
Oh,
Ice
they got-
Blast coming in. Here's the big debut.
Look at this, David.
Got him.
Do you see?
And he's dead.
This
They
could have
bring him
happened
down.
a full 2 minutes earlier.
2 minutes. 150 experience in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then they would have killed a Night Stalker who would have been one level lower, and the kill would have been worth less. So
damn
they got
it.
more for the kill by delaying the AA level 6.
Foiled.
So.
Yeah,
It was,
this is why you
big brain. Big
this is
brain.
why you run BTS and I worked at Joint Dotas.
We see the Ember. A lot of rotating going on in this game. We've seen Abed pretty much all 3 lanes. Even the Wraith King, the Spectre has been farming bottom, middle, top. Nowhere's really safe for any player at this point in the game, but we're almost to the Relic on Arteezy, surprisingly pretty quick after that rough first 5 minutes. And
Hey,
look at
wow.
that, pretty much
Dead
odds
even.
on, yeah.
He's done nothing but butt hit creeps.
Yeah.
But he's gotten over the worst hump of going Radiance is when like you're trying to build up that relic money without ever
3,800.
dying. Yeah.
Okay, Yules will be there. A Blast flying in as well. We'll end up hanging on our tour, but he has the ultimate, just skills it.
Are they going to go for this again? No, doesn't look like it.
It's nice they kill him before the level 2 ulti. Level 1 is
3
such a long
minutes.
cooldown.
200 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long
So
time.
there's a big window where Artur is probably going to have to farm ultra safe and not come to fights now.
Yeah. Wraith King probably one of like the most timing based heroes just because there's so many different
Ooh.
things you want to wait for.
Yeah.
That's an Essence Ring on the Spectre now. That's a
Yes.
pretty hard to kill hero now.
That's one of the best tier 2 items for sure.
It feels so spammable. Like you
Yeah.
forget about how many times you
It's
can
got a
cast
mana
it.
cost, but the item itself is giving you
Yeah.
a good amount of mana regen and int.
Oh, they're going to try to chase down Chessie again. Of course, one of the most mobile heroes, but they should be able to find him. They do. And, well, look, I kind of like the cheeky play where they bait out the TBs, but you got to get away afterwards. And he just kind of dies there. 400 gold for Ramses.
Oh, they're TPing instantly too. They want to keep fighting on the map. They're going to get this A for free as he tries to get a D ward off.
A Blast.
They're going to get more here.
Oh, EG are just running at them right now. OG.Seed getting picked off one by one. 3 heroes down just like that. The Night Stalker coming into his own here on the second nighttime.
That's one of those like small sequences of events that just completely changed this game. Everything was going just fine for OG.Seed. Spectre's going to hit some good item timings, but give away.
Radiance secured for Arteezy,
Yeah.
and he'll have his ult up next fight most likely.
That hurts. And you got a Spirit Vessel, and they're just going to go in this Doom. The
He's
other
dead.
3 heroes haven't even respawned yet.
Yeah, not
And he
really
just goes
sure
down.
what the idea was there. It feels like OG.Seed are starting to like get a lot slower on the map, and they're sort of defaulting to farming a lot more. And EG
They're
is
just
saying,
here.
yeah, this is what I meant by like the Night Stalker's slow, but like if he gets an okay start, he's still just gonna fight her on the map nonstop. And now suddenly you have 3 cores that have pretty decent farm, and this is like the EG way of playing Dota. Like they're gonna be pretty happy here.
But the Spectre, the young man we've been seeing going for that Manta, very close to it, about 400 gold away. Do you think EG, do they just not need to focus on this guy for a bit? You just kill
Well, they
everyone
want
else?
to. They're going to
I
find him
will,
right
yeah.
now. Ramsey's coming in with the silence. Void
gone.
follow-up. They got him. 4 heroes. Big commitment, and even
Wraith
with
King,
the
meanwhile.
Yeah.
extra heal.
No,
not
so I
gonna
guess,
matter.
hey, 1 for 1. Carry for carry there. Goes down middle.
It's that level 1 reincarnation.
So, okay. Kind of a strange series of events again right there. Yeah, Chessie will go back to farming. Do you just, you still just go the Crystallis even after the Yules normally? Or does someone else like a Solar Crest? Or
Do you consider BKB versus Night Stalker even?
it's a good
I don't know.
idea.
Yesterday he went for like a magic damage kind of thing on Chessie. Like he went Octarine. or
Oh yeah,
something
he did like
that
third,
against
second,
us,
third item, yeah. I'm curious.
So,
I do.
yeah.
He does go, but that was a good call for Night Side. The only way to counter that hero's silence, just throw it a BKB.
The hero does so much damage with your spells. You just need to stay alive.
Ooh, Grove Bow. Best for their team, but Abed, he's jumped for it. There will be an Ink Swell. Yules into the air. Instant kill on Siegfried. To assimilate, though, my goodness, Abed drops down super quick as well. Fly's getting right-clicked. He popped his ulti, but that's just to try to escape, and a quick 2 for 1 there.
Is he gonna go for more here?
He thought about it.
Ramsey's is kind of camping out on the hill, but
I think where this game's going to maybe feel hard for EG is that this Wraith King Radiance build, as much as he's going to be able to farm it, probably say top net worth, but it's not a good build as far as fighting Spectre
Oh,
goes.
Chessie. Nice Yules into the air. Will he be able to make it out? The silence is gone. Now they want to turn it around. The A-Blast will whiff. Nice job saving himself there.
Yeah, you have Radiance. Go farm more. That is what this item does.
I mean, you really need like
the boys.
3 items to be able to deal with Spectre, I feel, or I don't know, you need a lot.
You're going to hit the sick timing, though, when you do get those 3 items.
Continued pressure. As you said, Ramses doesn't have the most damage yet, but they're still going to bring down the Doom. Doom will make it out for now. No, because Crit's there from behind.
That was a bash from Roche, too.
It was. Oh, my goodness. Abed does get the slide. Here comes Z-Freak, though. Not a bad place for a Pango to fight, but he actually hasn't hit anyone yet. And they're just chasing down. Abed is eating them alive. The A-Blast hits, but it won't matter. And holy
and Z-Freak
smokes.
He got his ankles broken there. That Pango did nothing.
He didn't hit. I don't think he hit one person.
He got one person
at
at
the very
beginning.
You're right.
That's it.
That hurt. That's a pretty nice spot to fight too if you're the Pango. And
damn, I thought that was going to be perfect. There's like 2 heroes at the Roche pit. There's all those cliffs to bounce off of.
Ace gets stuck.
And straight up, this Wraith King is not punished for this at all. Like, this build, his team is fighting 4-on-5 like just fine.
He's not using his Iron Talon. There you go. You make me a little bit upset there, RTZ,
like
but
Midas
it's
timer.
fine. Yeah, it really is.
He's just getting these amazing jumps, getting on top of people with Inkswell time and time again. The Ember can just, you know, fire him in. The Night Stalker runs in with it on. And
Did they get both again?
The Outpost, yeah.
Yeah.
Outpost control. That is some good experience.
And they're going to get all 4 bounties. It looks
Oh,
like.
man.
That's a big swing for EG.
That's just almost 1,500 experience and gold swing off
Oh,
of doing. Yeah.
Suddenly-
Holy smokes.
it was a, like 0 XP game, 0 gold difference, and now it's 4K XP, 4K gold.
The worst thing about this for OG.Seed is I think this changes your game plan entirely. Like, before, you were just waiting for this guy's Manta, and I think they sort of fell into next item syndrome a little bit.
Yeah.
They're like, we're so close to Manta style on spec, let's just let him farm it. And then you get this period for like 4 or 5 minutes where you have 0 aggression on the map, and EG's just going on you repeatedly, and you're bleeding kills. I think the best thing for them now is you probably have to wait for the next item again, which sort of sucks, whereas EG is like, we're ready to go at all times. Like, they have most of their core items. Their Wraith King will continue to just farm because he's not needed.
He just picked up a Shadow Blade, so he
the
wants
Hector.
to run around, have some kill threat.
I do think Night Stalker is one of those heroes where if you just haven't played against him lately, like the hero just changes the way the game works, and like they just did not
100%.
seem to prepared for that second nighttime.
Yeah, they're not together as 5 at all, so they won't expect this play.
Chessie has to know after you see that pop that they might be going on you. They find him from behind. This should be a pretty damn easy kill. They run him over. And I think you brought up how it slowed down with the Spectre. I'm pretty sure that's why Wraith King went the Shadow Blade. They're like, wait, we might just be able to end this in the next 5 to 10 minutes because of this.
And later on, you want this.
They've got a ward here. They can dive this.
And they're going to. Pex who's like, please go for the Doom instead. And they will. They're going to try to bring him down first.
No, they'll kill you
They
too,
move
Pex.
to
You
the
don't
A.
worry.
He's trying to hide. They get the cold feet. Doesn't do the most weight. He's going for the TP. Yeah, he tried. Unfortunately, it's not public school, and trying isn't all that matters.
Gentlemen, I think EG had their monsters this morning. They seem very fresh, energized, and ready to face the day.
Yeah,
They're actually just winning
and
4-on-5
active.
right now.
Yeah, they are. Well, are they? Spectre hasn't. It's kind of 4-on-4. Yeah, I haven't seen the Spectre hasn't showed up to one fight.
He was
like
there
the-
for the top engagement.
This isn't how you want to initiate a Spectre, is like not when you're losing 2-3 teammates.
Yeah,
You want your team to get the jump, then you come in, start cleaning them up with Han midway through the fight.
The problem is, I think with their builds, I don't really see how they're going to get the jump. Like, Chessie commits his Yules, and then he just dies.
And here we go, initiation with that Shadow Blade. We have TPs coming in. He might be able to dagger out and get out of there in time. They need it. Abed, I feel. No, he gets the dagger, so they might be able to get vision.
They're pinging him.
Saw him.
He got the dagger on top of him, but another dagger flies
Dagger on
out to
dagger.
Talon, and he's gone. Ooh.
But that is one thing about the draft. Batrider and Beastmaster got banned first phase. These heroes are great for their vision game, and there's really no good vision heroes here aside from Haunt, but you're not going to use that preemptively on the OG.Seed side.
What's the Doom's build right now? Is he going Blink or anything? No,
He went Pipe, and that's all he's got. I mean, very, like,
Drums.
aura-based, but they're not grouped up. OG.Seed haven't been as 5, so perhaps they need to, like, move around as 4 more and then just Haunt in the Spectre.
Right now, they don't really have anything to get rid of that Spirit Vessel either. Super value item this game, which is why you see the Doom start to go for the Lotus Orb, just so that he can deal with this. I guess you have the Manta, but the Doom anyways dies in like half a second, even with the pipe, as we saw at that top engagement.
By the way, look at all those sentries that OG.Seed have bought. They're like, EG has vision, like they know where we are, and there's still a lot of, there's still a good ward up top and bottom.
Manta Diffusal, so if there is a 5v5 team fight, this could threaten the Wraith King pre-level 20.
Which is
He's
nice.
probably, what, 17 now?
17, 18 maybe. What's Wraith King at? Yeah, 17.
17.5.
Yeah, so there's a small window where if there's 5v5 fights, Wraith King has to be very careful against all the mana burn.
Silver Edge really messes Spectre up, though.
Yes.
Got to be careful about
Especially
that.
you don't
as well.
expect it this early, too. They will shred through this hero now. Late game, it's like, I have a heart and everything. I still got a lot of HP. Right now, you have like 1,000 HP.
This is a big item pickup. Jesse can be much more of the... I mean, he is the only real initiation with his Yule's Remnant combo, so... now he has the BKB, so when he uses that Yule's aggressively, he's not just going to get jumped on and died to like an Ember or a Night Stalker.
I definitely think you look to do something with Chessie and that Han, as you said. I think you just go in, you know, bait out some spells. He pops a BKB, and you just gotta hope.
Yep, they're swapping in the smoke. They're about to use that.
They're walking up high ground. I think they might have. They saw this when the outpost got taken.
Chessie.
They're gonna find the initiation here on the Wraith King. Can they mono burn him down in time? Otherwise, his ult goes off, and this could be an ugly fight for them. They're gonna pull into Doom, drop him low. Spectre comes through. And now they lunge forward with Chessie, gets up the BKB. Good rolling thunder by Z-Freak. Gets 4 or 5 stuns off here. Make it 6. Keeps on bouncing, but they're not quickly killing off Arteezy. Now they work him down, they surround him, and they will get the kill. Very nicely done. Isolating the Wraith King. The doomed up Night Stalker not able to really contribute here. And he will be brought down. So that's 3. Great start to the fight from OG.Seed.
And they just ran at them. They knew we're not getting any stronger anytime soon. We just got BKB. We just got Manta Diffusal. We got to fight now.
Oh,
Oh, he's so slow.
Oh, nice snipe. But Chessie will get at least one or...
So they know where he's going.
Get the
Yeah.
bounty, get the bounty, get the bounty.
He didn't go for the bounty.
I like the
He's
red.
got it.
No, he didn't get it.
I don't think he got it.
I love the remnant placement there by Chess. He's like, this guy's going to try to take the bounty.
Yeah,
he knows he's
but-
dead. Yeah, it's not happening.
They get it. So
That was great.
4 for 2 right there. And as you said, OG.Seed, they needed that one until they get like that Abyssal Blade on Spectre. God said, they're
was
not
the goal
getting much
change?
stronger.
Oh,
Doom had to buy back.
Oh, okay.
But I think that's okay.
It's still a win for sure.
That's your fight. You know, just one hero buying back, even though it's a core, it's still worthwhile. It's going to really hurt him because he needs a BKB himself. He just got silenced and couldn't use a single spell. It wasn't until he bought back that he got Doom off.
And that was the first fight in forever where OG.Seed had the initiation and also had their team grouped up.
Yeah.
Like every other fight, they were 1 or 2 heroes getting picked off.
Oh, but here's the one problem.
yeah. When you
Haunt's
don't
on
have
cooldown, Doom's on cooldown.
that's one thing is like the Wraith King ulti is long, but so is Haunt.
Now the AA Blast is gone as well. We'll see. They might just try to chase for more, get a tower, or will they go back in their Roche? That's the question.
I could see OG.Seed trying to contest even without Hon if they bring everyone.
It's a low-level AA. He'll be back pretty soon.
Yeah, I think you want to contest this. Spectre's about to hit level 20.
And it'll
So-
back up to 30 seconds.
Yeah, you're good to fight this Roche, I feel. I don't think you want to give it up.
Yeah, I don't feel you can almost as well.
There's good vision here, though. They're going to see them coming, walking right by Dire Obs.
They gotta go fast.
They're okay. Ramsey's gonna make space. Can he make enough though by himself as these two bring down? Looks like they can.
Oh, Stoli! He got it!
He got the kill too.
Wow,
Rolling Thunder, he's
Chessie.
hitting nothing right
The
now.
Soulbind.
The Soulbind
he's trapped.
making Z-Freak's ult completely useless.
Yeah, Ice
Ace
Blast.
Not really connecting too well.
But the Haunt's back up now.
Good stolen Rolling Thunder. Crit's getting a lot done here.
Oh, Chris doing even
Beautiful
more.
work. That rolling
no.
Rubik's Cube just keeps on going. Madara, can he make it away, though? The Spectre's ever so low. Don't know if
he
he's
has a
even
hunt.
stolen.
He's the
Hunt.
hunt.
No, he's gonna have to damage that Rubik only tickles,
Ramsey
but
wants
Ramsey's
it.
on the chase. They got the vision. They got the kill.
His reality is.
Crit
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Crit, you're
no.
so good.
It's a buyback on the Void Spirit. Can they finish him off?
They're gonna kill him twice.
Oh, he silences BKB's on cooldown. Chessie went for it all up to the high ground. The chains
Oh, misses.
didn't have it. Still chasing. There's the remnant, but it's not going to connect on anything.
Did it not?
Chessie's going to go down again. That's a dieback. They lost 4.
They lost. Oh my god.
5 with the dieback.
Yeah, Chessie stole the Roshan kill and the Aegis, and he was still the first one to die twice.
That Soulbind on Z-Freak, and then Crit just
yeah.
wins the fight. He does like 8 stuns with the Rolling Thunders, then steals the Haunt to get them vision on the Spectre.
I mean, Crit just became like 3
God
heroes at
tier.
once.
Yeah. God tier.
I mean, that was the right call from OG.Seed to go for that fight.
100%.
I mean, they executed the roast steal, but then the actual fight itself, they just weren't hitting their spells, and it's hard to do so. AA doesn't have anything to set up an Ice Blast.
Yep.
The Tango just has to roll, and he doesn't have a Blink Dagger or anything. It's so hard for them to fight without stuns.
It's all crumbling for OG.Seed now. They're going to lose another hero. Down goes Z-Freak on the Pango. It's at least 1 lane. There are tier 2s up, so they can't easily get a second. Oh, they're not gonna stick around.
Afraid of this Spectre respawn.
That was quite the fight. And that hurt. Oh, man. And it feels like Chessie was there in time, but the rest of his team was still super far behind. That's the problem. When you have a high mobility here, you don't always think, right? You're like, I have to steal the Aegis, and he did. But your team, like, they were still where, like, the ward is right here, where Crit is. Like, they all had to catch up still, and it was just too long.
I think that was always going to be a hard fight for OG.Seed because of the vision. Like, they see the entire team trickling in. They know where all the other heroes are, so it's very easy to set it up.
I think the biggest issue is that he popped BKB while he had the Aegis.
Instead of spawning and popping it.
I think you just die there, and you're like, okay, we're happy with the fact that they don't have Aegis. Everyone's respawning.
Oh, they're smoking.
Because I think they can't really play this fight unless the Grimstroke is pressured in the fight. Otherwise, like, the Soulbind happens, and you sort of just get wrecked.
Let's all the bounty rune. He gets it this time. Crit ain't missing another one. And they will be able to bring him down, though.
This is still late game Spectre. We're at 30 minutes. Spectre's farming just fine, so
yeah. It's going to have to be like the one more team fight or 1 high ground defense, as we saw.
I mean, how does Spectre match up with a stacked inventory versus Wraith King? Do you guys feel?
I think Spec's good.
Yeah.
When you're absolute 6 slotted and you have all these items, because you kill everybody so much faster than the Wraith King.
You kill all the other heroes
Yeah.
faster.
You just don't want Wraith King to initiate on you since you have pretty much 0 saves on OG.Seed. I think he gets a Silver Edge hit off, and that's how they start the fight. You'd kind of just lose. So I think Madara, he has to be very safe.
I think the ideal fight for OG.Seed is Chessie has to go in on the supports. Like, you have to force this Grimstroke to lay out like really bad ultis and just kind of make him backpedal so that Chessie can come in. It's not so much a big deal that like the Rolling Thunder gets stolen. That's pretty inevitable in this matchup.
Yeah.
But you can at least prevent the Soulbind from happening, and you can get the full duration of your own Rolling Thunder off. Yeah.
I mean, that fight was kind of won by the EG supports, the Soulbind and the Rubik play.
Yeah.
And if they have, the other thing is Spectre Haunt. They didn't have it at the start of the fight. If they have that, you're not getting that Soulbind off. You're not likely stealing all those spells because a Spectre Haunt gets on top of all those heroes.
OG.Seed still playing pretty aggressively on EG's side of the map. EG, meanwhile, on OG.
Spring's here, you know. We're here in LA, you know. Got some nice sunny weather going on.
Photosynthesis, dude.
I think it's actually raining today, by the way.
Is it? Oh, man.
There will be no photosynthesis.
Sorry.
The clouds are out, boys.
This Spectre is very close to the Abyssal Blade, and as you said, maybe Chessie doesn't have to do it himself. You just have to distract one of the 2 cores, right? Because if you do Spectre only with that Abyssal Blade, you're killing one of the supports instantly. But the problem is then maybe you're in a bad spot. I don't know. You just have to clear the back lines. You do.
I mean, Spectre for sure. You go on the back lines to me, the Rubik or the Grimstroke. I think maybe the Void Spirit can kind of just use the Yule's Remnants to stun up the front lines, but you ideally just want to ignore this Wraith King as long as possible.
Yeah, this is where outpost control means a lot, by the way. Even though the vision of the outposts are kind of mediocre, it's
being able to TP in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if you lose your Grimstroke, but he's able to just buy back, the Haunt's wasted, the Abyssal Blade's wasted, and you can definitely re-engage.
Ooh, it just became a lot harder to kill the supports in the back. A full Guardian Greaves picked up by Grimstroke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just got the mech like a minute ago, and then I saw him flying out the recipe. I'm like, that's an expensive recipe. Wow.
They have 2 glimmers as well.
Yeah, that's the item you always want against Spectre as a support, because you know Spectre wants to jump the
Does
back
he have
lines.
dust?
Yeah,
Spectre.
you got to
Spectre,
try
yeah.
to reserve a slot, but it's
you,
hard.
Okay, yeah, he's got the dust. That's crucial if you're jumping back lines, and you need dust yourself. You can't rely on your team.
Oh, my. Good
game
call
sense.
there. Yeah, good call there.
The later the game goes, though, the harder it is to carry that dust.
Yeah, Void Spirit also has the dust. Like, it's not the supports who need dust. It's these cores who jump the back lines.
The nice thing about the Aegis steal, though, is there's nothing that OG.Seed is really waiting for. They're not waiting for an Aegis
OG.Seed
timeout or
are
anything.
smoked. They're looking to make a move here, but Abed, he's just found a
Z-Freak
quick
just died?
kill on
He
Z-Freak.
just died up top trying to cut creep waves.
This is pretty big.
Awkward timing. Chessie's going to get caught out here. Wraith King's stunned to start. Can they burst him down? The crit comes through. Get the hell out. Chessie, you got to run, but the Soulbind's there. Oh, can they get in range? Ramses is diving for it. The Glimmer initiation. Dodging away from the Remnant. Just flies up the cliff. They're going to isolate the Spectre.
Oh, no.
Pull him back down. I don't know if they can kill him. They're going to try. Manta,
be
Abyssal, back away. Gets up to the safety, but there is no tower here. Now the Doom committed. They hate that Night Stalker.
I don't know about that,
But he's just going to walk away.
They
He's
burned all
fine.
his mana. Well, a lot of his mana. Okay, no, he's
Glimmer
he'll
and
back up.
Glimmer and Pipe.
Oh,
No, they're
they're
going
in?
in. They're committing. There's another Glimmer KP. Pops the dust. Madar's diving for this. Meanwhile, Abed's going to try to cut him off and protect
live.
his
Oh,
BKB.
no.
Night Stalker turns back around the other way. Now it's the Spectre who's in trouble, and they all start beating him down. Chessie's there to help, but he's so low, and he is dead. Abed chasing forward, looking for more. Chessie in trouble. Chains are there. Double kill for Abed. 4 have fallen. OG.Seed
Oh, no, crit. Don't give it to him.
are not germinating here.
If you were going to pop the Haunt, you should do it while Doom and a Ice Blast is on him.
Yeah.
This is at least 1 lane. There's no buybacks on
should-
any of these heroes except AA.
Should be.
But they
2,
don't know that, right? Yeah, it's just their short goal.
They have Deso Orb of Destruction. Now their Ember is a tower hitter.
Yeah, they just. Man. If you, I don't even know if you get that kill. If that's a good fight, right? Your Spectre is actually so far in there by herself. She's like, we got to get this. We used Doom, we used AA Blast. We got to get this kill, and then you run in and die.
I mean, everything was good there, and then the Doom was thrown in. It's like, well, shit, we have to go now, you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, EG's just going to crush us next fight.
Yeah, because it was all your long cooldowns. You're pretty much once those 2 long cooldowns, the Spectre's like, well, I don't want these to be like off balance. We might as well do it. And probably going to be the game right here. They are shredding all 3 lanes of racks. There's a buyback. Saves them for now, at least.
Ice Blast, though, off the mark, and they'll pull him in. Can they kill off Arteezy?
Well, once
him.
maybe.
Get him once, but no, maybe not.
Greater Fairy
They'll
Fire.
finally finish him. Team's coming, though. There's 3 in position, and that ult will be available again in 40 seconds.
I don't even mind Madar's jump there. I just think he waited too long.
Yeah.
At that point.
If he just did it much sooner, 'cause
Yeah.
they're too deep at that point.
He's going to kill him with a Ice Blast and Doom on him. But by
Use
the
it
time
right
he went
away.
in, yeah, the BKB was up. NS is just like, all right, guess I'm BKB turning and fighting.
It's one of those moments the Doom and Spectres need to be on the same page. Use the Doom and Haunt and just force the fight right away, or don't use either of those spells.
Yes.
And just chill, play on your high ground.
They went for like the worst of 2 worlds. It's like, we'll dilly-dally, not really sure. And now, if you get this Aegis, the fight becomes so much harder because you don't have a clear Doom target. You're probably going to have to Doom the NS again.
You have 2 people, 2 lives now.
Yeah.
This is rough, man. Ember Sphere close to 25 with
Oh,
that
they're-
Ags as well.
They're going to give it to Arteezy? Yeah.
3 lives.
That is the other thing, is that Abed's just free in these fights. Like, they're always blowing everything to try and deal with the Night Stalker. We're talking about get the backline supports. Like, who's controlling this Ember?
Yep. Also, our tour does not have a neutral item right now. You know, a little bit upset about this. But
Wow.
Dubious. He's got a Reign of Aquila in the stash.
they're going. They're looking, but no dust on
Oh,
Ramses.
they're going to find someone here. Who's it going to be? Arteezy charging in, but in trouble right now. This just crits just being dealt with. Pexu also falling. Going to instantly buy back on the Rubik. They do have that outpost to TP to. Arteezy chasing forward, looking to lock down this Spectre. He's getting wailed
Go
on
the
by the
disarm.
Wraith King. He's in a lot of trouble, dropping very low, but he stays
Oh, they
alive.
got
They're
doomed.
committing everything for him. They can't finish the Spectre off in time. Before they do, they lose quite a few. Buyback now on the Ember. They're charging in again. Crits rejoin the
double
fight.
lift.
The double lift into the
Damn.
big bang, and down they go. Now Zibe on
That's
the run.
big.
Buybacks everywhere from OG.Seed, but too little, too late. 3 dead, no buyback. 2 that already used it. This is going to be Megas and almost certainly the game.
You can see the potential for Seed's draft there. Like, they instantly kill those EG supports with Haunt, but late game Dota, you just buy back, force the base with Aegis. Nothing you can do.
They're going to try to keep defending. Can they do anything? The Rubik almost goes down, but no, they're just going to get eaten alive as the throne. Archee's like, I'm done with this one. I'm not a fountain diver. I'm a game ender. And he will end it. And another EG game where like all these cores get a lot of farm and they feel behind because that Spectre was doing a great job. They won that first big engagement. And then a couple of overextensions and the game slowed down, right, Blitz? That's what you kind of said. OG.Seed, when they had the Spectre first Manta, they just the game slowed down instead of speeding up.
Yeah, I think that when you have the heroes that you do, you want to just continuously look for fights because you know that this Wraith King won't participate. Use your Haunt, play aggressively, be together on the map, make smoke invasions in. But instead, they started doing what EG normally does. They split the map. They started getting picked off. Their pace of game went down really badly. And then that team fight in Roche, that I feel like maybe if Chessie saves his BKB there for the second life, he goes on the 2 supports, and you set up that fight better, you can probably win the game off of that.
Yeah, we can, but no, the best thing is we can go and see the highlights of this game. We can take a short break. We do got highlights for you right after this, and when we come back, we'll break down the game, and then we're going to get right into game number 2, OG.Seed versus Evil Geniuses. Yo, welcome back, everyone. And here we are, the Loopbet Dota Summit 12. And we just watched our first game of the playoffs. EG taking a win over OG.Seed. I don't want to say too convincing, but mildly convincing, I would say was the term for it, maybe.
I'm down for that. Mildly convincing.
It's good. Well, so it doesn't feel like we're saying it's a draft thing, right? Maybe more of a mid-game play thing, or do you think something could be shifted in the draft, maybe?
Little both, maybe. I think, lack of stuns. We talk about that always with OG.Seed. I think Z-Freak's 4th-position Rubik had no real game, partly because...
Pango, you mean?
Pango, yeah, what's the one I'm talking about? The Pango didn't have much of a game. I think they kind of forced this 4th-position Pango because they wanted to block pick the Doom.
Yeah.
I feel like block picks can sometimes be a bit of a trap where it's like, yeah, we know they were going to pick this, we stopped them, but then suddenly you've got this Doom Pango, which... is not a really good 3-4 position combo. Neither has a stun, neither really easily makes plays. So I'm not sold on the way those two heroes fit into the draft.
I think it could have worked though. They seemed a little unprepared to play against Night Stalker. I think that second nighttime is like where you see the graph just like goes straight down basically.
And that was the thing. I think that's pretty much been this summit is just fast paced, just go run at people, get those kills, make space on the map, and then get the Roshan. Even with Chessie stealing the kill and the Aegis, it still just wasn't enough. Spectre. Okay, now we've seen Spectre a few times. Are we going to see it again this tournament even?
I could see us being silly and picking it again.
Being silly.
I could see us making up bad draft selections.
You were saying you guys are taking this tournament seriously now. What's happening?
Yeah, but like we're also like clowns.
Yeah.
So you never know. Like I could easily see Aiden in the position he's like, yeah, you know how we keep picking Zeus? You know it'd be sick. It's like
we have
Zeus.
a full global
Spec-
strat. Let's
Bring
get an
it-
MP as well.
Yeah.
The AA back.
Like
Oh,
why do
man.
people do the things they do? Who knows?
No one knows. It's 'cause
These are
they
the deep
can.
questions that keep us up at night.
They really are.
Yeah.
Is there ever been a question that has never been answered that you want answered, LD? I could help you right now.
What is the meaning of life, Grant?
Well, the meaning of life is whatever you make it.
That's a non-answer.
Is it?
Yeah.
How is it a non-answer? Didn't I answer you?
Who is my birth father?
Me, well, me, well, I can tell you have my eyes and my ears.
The similarities are...
Are we like the same
Uncanny.
age?
Yeah. About so, yeah.
So
Thanks for the
about
question,
that-
Will. Yeah. And,
He said he
I
can
do.
answer any question.
Didn't
He
say be
didn't say the
truthful,
answer would
yeah,
be truthful
or good.
or relevant.
But I would answer all of them. And the RTZ Wraith King, very rough laning phase, but he came back into it. Should they just kept pressuring the Wraith King more? Because it felt like once he went to the jungle, they just kind of ignored him. Because they bullied him in lane, he went to jungle. Is it just too hard to gank Wraith King in the jungle at this point, or
No, I think they should have killed everybody else repeatedly.
everyone else?
I think you
Okay.
could have ruined Abed's game. I think you could have definitely ruined Ramses' game. Like the thing about Night Stalker is he hates playing in a 5-man. Like there's no easy target for you to go to. Everyone's just grouped up in fights. Without Aghanims, you don't deal you're just kind of a single target DPSer. And so like But when they had that disastrous fight at top where they just lost like 4 heroes and then Zibe went mid,
It was
tried
all
to defend
one
the
by
tower.
one. You know?
Yeah, it was really weird because they played such disciplined Dota at this event, and then there it was just like, let's just all take turns dying and see what happens.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened there. So Chen probably going to get banned. Are there any other heroes from this game you think that got picked will get banned? Did anything like really stand out? Maybe the crit Rubik.
Yeah.
But it's tough to. We don't really see many first ban Rubiks. I think
Was
we
that
saw
the
like one.
Was that the first overall,
Yeah,
the Rubik?
overall first pick.
I mean, that feels like a little bit of a block pick because,
Yeah.
you know, Z-Freaks played it so well. Obviously, Crit plays a great Rubik too, but I don't know if you're getting your hands on that right now.
Well, we'll have to find out. We have a draft right around the corner. It's going to be OG.Seed. It's going to be EG. It's going to be Game 2. Get yourself a monster. Get yourself a bathroom break. And be right back.